Let's go to the Oak Restaurant hotline. Oak Restaurant with the lunch buffet Tuesday through Friday, and then again all day Sunday. They've got a new menu coming up, but the hand-cut steaks will stay. It is the Oak Restaurant. It is the home of the tiramisu tonight. And, that looked yummy as can be. If I'd have started eating that, y'all would have had to do the show without me. But Bryan Barrett joins us on the phone. Bryan, the play-by-play voice for WGNS, and you were at the same game, Bryan. Talk about how good Oakland's defense looked in the second half.
Well, Oakland's defense really looked good, Dennis, throughout the game. And, Smyrna just didn't have any die in them in the first half, came back, and after Oakland scored 13 unanswered, they scored 14 unanswered. But then Oakland's defense went to work. I think a lot of it has to do with their depth in many places, plus some costly turnovers for Smyrna really, kind of took them out of the game, especially late in the third quarter, early fourth quarter, when Oakland kind of went on a run and put it away tonight. Quality win for Oakland. I think Smyrna's still a really good football team, and they've got a lot of football left in them, I think. And I would dare say we'll see the Bulldogs in the postseason somewhere. I know it's kind of a long way away, but 4-1 is not. They're well on their way at 4-1.
All right, who did you name as the player of the game?
Tonight, I really thought that Fred Wade's 4 touchdowns. He just ran like a madman. They opened up some really large holes for him tonight. He had an outstanding game. Daryl Harrelson for Smyrna. He had a lot of catches, well over 100 yards in reception tonight from Matt Rodell. So those were our 2 key players tonight offensively.
Yeah, we talked about that with Tom Krager back earlier in the post game when we talked about this game. Smyrna ends up losing it pretty big there at the end, but they were able to expose some holes in the Oakland secondary, weren't they?
Yeah, and, good teams make adjustments, and that's exactly what happened there. And, they were able to see – Fred Wade sees the field so well, and we talked about it during our broadcast tonight, and he can make a small opening seem really large. And by the time he's so fast, he's through that hole in the blink of an eye, and he's into the secondary, and then it becomes kind of a one-on-one situation. And he wins a lot of foot races, that's for sure.
All right, Bryan, what game you got next week?
We're going to be with Blackman Blaze as they take on Independence on Friday night, so looking forward to that Friday night non-district contest. And I just wanted to mention, if Rod Clutter goes out and he has 6 hours to cut down a tree, he's going to spend 4 hours calling Honest Dave, I can tell you that. He's not going to sharpen an axe.
Exactly. Preach it, brother, preach it. I agree with you. We'll talk. Do you have you going to do the Thursday night game?
Right now, we're kind of deciding. It's likely one of those things that's going to be a wait and see thing. We do have that on our schedule at this point.
Okay, but it's going to be a space problem, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit of that situation going on with us. So space and personnel and things of that nature. But we'll definitely have the Friday night game and hopefully be over at Siegel on Thursday.
All right, we appreciate it as always. We got to run, okay?
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, thanks.